Hey everybody, this is Molly Kaiser chiming in from Las Vegas, Nevada. It is a very warm, sunny day here, which I love. So I posted a post earlier this week where everyone, I said, hey, I do free sessions for your first energetic healing of emotional baggage. And I know that I've dropped little bits and pieces about what energetically I can remove from emotional baggage, but it seems like I have not said enough, and my inbox and my phone is blowing up with people saying, whoa, Molly, what is this ridding of emotional baggage? And then everyone is saying, whoa, wait, what is energy healing? And then they're like, whoa, what is emotion code? Thank you so much for chiming in. So I am certified as an emotion code practitioner, soon to be a body code practitioner. Those are two different modalities of energetic healing. So great to have you all on here so that you can ask your questions. I'm going to have you hold some of your questions for a moment so I can give you a bit of a background, and then I'm going to answer some of the questions that everyone has posted on my post. So then I'm going to ask you all, because of course reading and answering questions is a very difficult for attention span and keeping y'all interested at the same time. So then I'll ask some more questions. So hold on to your questions for just a moment. I'm going to try and answer as many questions as I can. Thank you so much for hopping on. I really appreciate it. So for those of you who have hopped on, I'm just going to ask for a little bit of your participation, and I'm going to ask that you drop what your temperature is right now in the area that you're in, because this is that weird time of, it's November. Is it fall? Is it winter? Is it fall and winter? Here it feels very much summer. It's 80 something degrees outside, totally warm. So please hand me all some participation and drop below what your temperature is, where you are at. If you would like to put city and state, you sure can too. 30-ish. Oh my God, Jamie, that is so crazy. 46 in my hometown of Vernal, Utah. Totally crazy. 34 where my friend Angel is. Snowing. Ashley, are you serious? That sounds horrible. Oh my gosh, look, I'm wearing a tank top. I'm totally sweaty. I have holes in my jeans here for ventilation because, you know, in Vegas, woo, is it hot. 41 where my friend Shayla is. Oh my word. Okay, so well, it would make sense why it would be so cold there, huh, Ashley? So, everybody is asking me what is emotion code, and I know I've only put out like small bits and pieces there because I am very much not pushing. I kind of feel everybody who's on their journey to heal their emotional baggage is definitely on the lookout for things and have already found their way to me. So in the last 60 days that I have had my business Quantum Coding up and running, has been nuts because I definitely expected to explain to you fully what emotion code was. However, the few people who have come to me, thank you so much for recommending me to your friends and family. Thank you so much for sharing my business with other people and bringing other people to me, because I have been so busy, and I'm meeting all of these new people. So exciting. So if this is your first time to me, my name is Molly Kaiser. If you are watching this and you're like, what is emotion code? I am too far away. I can't be a part of this. You sure can. This is distance healing. 90% of my clients I work with over video conferencing. It is still instant. It is still 100% effective. So whatever you happen to hear, pay attention here, okay? Because this is for everyone, and I can help anywhere in the world. You will not be the exception to someone who doesn't get help. So, oh my word. All right, so emotion code. Let me explain that much. I went through an extreme depression. This depression lasted probably about 4 years, but the last year of the depression was really hard. For anyone who has dealt with a depression, please share with me the mad face. I love that angry face that's right there on your scroll bar. It is my favorite because I don't think we get to be mad enough because we're afraid that we're going to insult somebody. But by all means, share a mad face if you've ever been depressed. Even if it's for like 5 seconds, I want to see those mad faces, because I did not dare tell the world I am depressed because I felt like I didn't have enough of a reason to be depressed. But Here's the thing. Depression does not discriminate. It does not. It will pick anybody. You can be on top of the world and have everything going for you and still get depressed. And it can be from emotional baggage. It can be from hormonal imbalance. It can be because you're just not following your dream. It can be because of other people, like what other people think, other people say, right? Depression does not discriminate. I love it. Thank you so much for the angry faces. They're my favorite. I fully feel like we should all be able to be angry. Go ahead and be mad. Just get it out of your system, because if you tell yourself, oh no, I'm not allowed to be mad, then that's called emotional constipation, okay? If you have ever felt like you're emotionally constipated, like you have so much emotional baggage stuck up in you that you can't breathe, that you can't express who you really are, that you were kind of like hiding behind a mask, by all means, please show me a cry face, okay? I have been emotionally constipated for years. And you know what that manifested as? That manifested as anxiety. I felt anxious to go out in public. I felt anxious to tell people what I was really interested in. I felt anxious to be me. I felt anxious to be in a good mood sometimes, because nobody wants to see somebody that's actually in a good mood. So, cry face. All right, if you have felt like you are emotionally constipated, like you have so much emotional baggage that it's just like really stuck in you. Thank you so much for those cry faces. So we can still deal with all of this stuff and not necessarily have a reason for it. Last one, if you have dealt with anxiety, all right, anxiety. I want you to show me a lightning symbol, anxiety, where it just strikes you down and you can't breathe. You can't function. You have no idea what's going on. You can be fine one minute and the next minute you are so overcome with fear. I want to see lightning symbols, because here's me, emotional constipation, depression, and anxiety. Here's the other thing. I can be happy-go-lucky too, but those were the things like it felt like they were ruling my life. So let me get into emotion code. Emotion code is actually a modality of energy healing that was developed by Dr. Bradley Nelson. So Dr. Bradley Nelson, amazing man. He ran a brick and mortar chiropractic business, and over his time working in this chiropractic business, he would pray for each of his clients, and he would be like, please help me to be able to help them with whatever is going on. Please help me to be able to heal these people. Please help me to be able to do the best good that I possibly can for them. And a lot of times, like, he felt as though, as amazing as chiropractic is, and so many of us, can I get a hand raised, have been to a chiropractor, okay? So raise your hand if you've ever been to one. I have definitely been to one. And I had no idea what I was doing, but I still went to one. I don't know if it helped, but here's the thing, like, I didn't really continue what I was doing, and I found out that a lot of my back issues were emotional. So I found out that I was literally carrying the weight of the world on my back, so I couldn't figure out what was going on with my neck. I had x-rays done, and they said, oh my gosh, you know what? You are completely fine. You know what? You are having stress-related issues that is causing muscle spasms in your neck and giving you issues. So I definitely went to a chiropractor to try and reach out for help. Anyways, Dr. Bradley Nelson definitely prayed for each of his clients, like, God, give me the ability to help these people. Give me the ability to help heal them, help figure out what's going on, to do better by them in their life, right? That is amazing to be able to want to help people. I definitely 100% want to help people just because I've been through the muck of it, and I know that I never want anybody to feel the way that I felt. So when I found emotion code for myself, leaf. When I found emotion code for myself, I definitely healed my stuff, and I felt so good that I didn't have the anxiety, that I didn't have the depression, that I didn't have the emotional constipation, that I decided there is not enough people that I could possibly help in one lifetime, but by God, I have to be a part of that and be helping people. So I became a certified emotion code practitioner. So Dr. Bradley Nelson has written an amazing book called The Emotion Code. This one's only going to be out for a few more weeks. Why? Because they're taking it off the shelf, they're revamping it. There's going to be a brand new emotion code coming out in the spring that will be even more than ever. So here's a picture of Dr. Brad on the back when he was younger, and he had his children were younger. His children are amazing and also do emotion code now. So First question in business is, what is energy healing? For those of you that don't know, energy healing is where a practitioner removes for the clients energetically blockages in energy that cause imbalances, they cause dis-ease, they cause disease, they cause emotional ups and downs, and physical pains. So some forms of energy healing that you might not know that you knew is Reiki. Reiki is very hands-on healing. There is also a more prominent one is acupuncture. Acupuncture is where they put tiny pins in the rivers of energy in your body. So there is actually an ancient Chinese medicine of these rivers of energy in your body. It is 2,600 years old, and we use the exact same map of the body as we did way back when. So here's the crazy thing is they've been able to map out these energy rivers that you have and be able to inject dye into the body, and it actually lights up these rivers of energy. Those rivers of energy, they do not follow pathways of nerves, they don't follow pathways of muscles or blood vessels. So when they're putting these tiny pins in these rivers of energy, you don't feel pain. They're not hitting nerves, they're not hitting anything like that. So in acupuncture, they believe that your energy gets blocked in certain areas, and it causes this dis-ease or disease or discomfort or emotional ups and downs. So that is a form of energy healing, and it's been prominent around for a long time. Reflexology is also another form of energy healing. Emotion code is a form of energy healing. It is the removal of emotional baggage. So this is where I determine what a certain emotion was that you felt extenuating in your life. It wasn't like you got stopped at the stoplight and you were irritated, right? This would be a negative emotion that affected you. This could be from a divorce, loss of a job, loss of a parent, loss of a pet, from like abandonment or love unreceived, or these are the big things in your life that when you felt that emotion so strongly, you almost trap that energy, and you put the emotion in the box, and you put the box on the shelf in the attic of who you are, and you were like, I will look at that later because I just don't have time, or this is too much for me right now, I just can't handle this. Here's the thing, when you do that, that literally traps energies in your body, and you probably feel them. You probably notice these discomforts and upsets in your body of these trapped emotions that are happening within you. You probably notice it as emotional ups and downs. You might notice it as the energy, like your energy is always waning. You just don't have enough. You probably notice it in anxiety and depression. You probably notice it as you don't have this clarity, you don't have peace, you don't have a certain sense of direction. You might notice it as you're not feeling love, or you're not giving love. Like, here's the thing, the ability to give love where you tell somebody, man, I love you, and it almost seems as though they hear I love you, but, or it's like they heard a completely different message and they're just like, okay, and you're like, man, that was my heartfelt message. Or here's the other thing, when someone tells you that they love you and you go, yeah, I heard you, but I just don't feel it, right? So I am talking about trapped emotions very much in heart walls. Those are energetic trapped emotions that are blocking your heart from communication, of receiving love, of being able to give love. So there's other things, not having direction, not having a purpose in life, where you feel like you just wake up, do laundry, wash your hair, repeat, like that is your life. And you're like, man, I just feel like there should be something more out there, but I just don't have it. That's not you. You're not broken. You are a unique and original snowflake. I tell all of my clients that you are an original snowflake. There is nobody like you. And when you're feeling numb to that, that is just energy blocks. You came into this world absolutely perfect. Absolutely perfect. There are just things that are blocking you from the abundance of life. Abundance is a loaded word. Abundance could be abundance of peace, abundance of love. It could be abundance of friendship, abundance of creativity. Abundance is loaded. It's everything. It's not just wealth and money. So when you're feeling like you're blocked from abundance, as though, man, you're really trying to bring these things into your life, but it's just like they're hitting a wall. That wall that they're hitting, that is trapped emotions. Those are energetic imbalances. Here's the good thing, they are not permanent. That's what I'm here for. That's what other energy healers are for. Energy healers are amazing. They can put you back on track. They can put you back together. They can take all your pieces, and instead of you being this broken pot, they can glue you back together. They can put you together with beautiful pieces of gold, and they can put you back together with things that are stronger than that, so that you're an even better, stronger, more beautiful pot than you ever were before you got broke, right? So here's the thing. Those are what trapped emotions are. That's a bit of what energy healing is. I'm going to answer a few of the questions. I want y'all to think. Hold tight for when I want to ask what your question is. But let me answer these questions, because here's the thing. I asked earlier, and someone might have a question, and it's exactly what you're thinking, right? So forgive me while I lean forward. I made sure that I opened up my computer so that I could see them. Okay. Best friend number 1 is my friend Raquel Nash. And Raquel knows very much about energy healing, because when I heard about energy healing, the very first thing I said was, oh my God, Raquel, you have to try this. And then I said, oh my God, to best friend number 2, Sarah, oh my God, you have to try this. And then I said to my friend Jamie, oh my God, you have to try this. Why? Because I thought I was crazy. Nothing could be this amazing, right? So Raquel says, who can benefit from emotion code? Everyone. Everyone can benefit from emotion code, from the energy healing of emotion code. If there's anyone here that says, no, I have no emotional baggage, then I cannot believe that I have a Mother Teresa or a monk sitting here with me watching Facebook Live. Thank God that you are in my presence. I love it. If you are the person that is sitting there going, I don't have any emotional baggage, that is your emotional baggage, okay? Just to let you know, everybody has emotional baggage. It happens so often, like we can't deal with it, and we just put it in the back. Like I just can't deal with this. I'll do this later. I don't have time for this. So everyone can benefit from emotion code. Can parents have an emotion code session for their children? Yes. So here's the thing. Emotion code and energy healing can be done on children. Very often we have children and it seems like they have something going on. Like their emotions, they're not really good at bottling them up. They're not really good at hiding them. You know, a lot of times this manifests in behaviors that you're like, wow, what is going on? Why do they have that behavior? Why are they having night terrors? Why is my child, acting out in school? Why is my child not able to make friends? Why is my child not eating? Why is my child eating too much? And behaviors, they're not really good at hiding their behaviors, and it's our job to take care of them. So yes, your children can do emotion code too. You can be old, young, new, whatever. So yes, you do not, here's the thing, when you have children and you're like, here, just sit here and quietly, and it's totally fine, we're gonna heal your junk, it's gonna be perfect, and you're gonna feel amazing. They're like, I don't want to sit here, I want to play, I sit at school, I just want to go, like, they're like irritated, they don't want to be there. Your child does not have to be there for them to have an energetic healing, okay? You don't even have to be there for an energetic healing. Like, here's the thing. Most of us, we want to know what's going on. Like, here's the thing. If I had my tonsils taken out, I would want to see those tonsils, okay? I wouldn't want you to just be like, yeah, trust me, they were bad. No, I would want to know. So the 90% of my clients that I take care of, I take care of them over video conferencing. I use an app called Zoom. It's free. It's easy. It's like Skype, but better, because I can actually share notes and screens with you so that you can see what I'm doing if I happen to be working in the modality of body code instead of emotion code. It's awesome. Awesome. So if your child does not want to sit still, your child can be asleep and we can work on your child. You can stand in for your child. Of course, you have to give permission for your child. If your child is 18 or over, then your child has to give permission. No, for all of you older folks that are like, yes, my 34-year-old son has a problem and I need you to work on him. No, I need his permission, right? So often as parents, we can see like what's going on with our children. We very much want to help, but over the age of 18, they have to be present for that. But if not, completely you. So thank you so much, Raquel, for that question. But my friend Shayla wanted to know, does your spouse have to be there, or can you give permission for your spouse? No, you cannot give permission for your spouse. Your spouse can give permission. Does your spouse have to be there? No, you can stand in for your spouse. That is like a proxy situation where I would be able to work with you, but they would have to have their permission, very much so. I never work on anybody without their permission, because that's just wrong. It's just terrible. So you very much have to have permission from anyone who's 18 years or older, but they do not have to be there. I actually have email sessions on my page where I can work with, very busy professionals that they're like, I have a lot going on, but I really want to work on my emotional baggage, or I really want to be able to manifest more money, or I really want to be able to work on my relationship, but I am just so slammed. I can do an email session where I can tell them, hey, I'm working on you between this time and this time. By the way, that one is half off for anybody who wants to do an email session. I'm actually doing a special on that one, so you can get that one at a special rate. And I just send you like, hey, I found this emotion at this age, this emotion at this age, this emotion at this age. These are all removed. Do you feel better? You do? Yes. Way easy. Doesn't have to be a big, right? You don't have to swim in the emotional stuff. This isn't talk therapy. This is removal. We are getting rid of it so that you can be a better person. Next question from best friend number 2 is, can you help my dog? Yes. Okay, here's the crazy thing. I thought it was nuts. I love energy healing. Can you energy heal your pets? 100% yes. Actually, for my certification, I actually had to work on 4 animals and provide documentation of what was going on and actually figure out how to work with pets before I could be certified. And I thought it was crazy. And it took me a long time to get through my issues before I could be like, okay, I'm working on pets, right? I am working on those. So with pets, it can be a dog, it can be a cat, it can be a horse, it can be your very smart cocktail, right? Whatever it is, we can work on them. And that would be something where it would be proxy. They do not have to be present, okay? All we have to have is clarity of mind to be able to work with them. And yes, so with pets, they're very much like children. Their emotional issues are prominent. You know when your dog is anxious and has an issue with pottying, or has an issue with biting, or has an issue with barking, or has an issue with abandonment, or has an issue because they were a rescue pet, or has an issue because they're jealous. Those are things that can be removed, and you can reset your dog back, because trapped emotions stress anybody. Of course they stress your pets. Your pets don't know how to build up walls and be like, no, I'm faking it. Okay, well, some dogs totally do. Some dogs, horses are super smart. You can work on horses too. So yes, we can heal your pets. I can heal your pets. Here's next question. Okay, let me scroll. Forgive me. All right, so my girlfriend Gina asks, is it possible to release all trapped emotions throughout multiple sessions, or will there always be some? Okay, this depends on the person. Definitely. That is an amazing question, Gina. So here's the thing. There are, when you're removing emotional baggage, it's not going to be one session. I'm sorry, but this is a lifetime of baggage that you have created, okay? So depending on your age, everybody is different. Again, you're a unique snowflake. Your baggage doesn't match anybody else's baggage. It all depends on how you dealt with life, how hard of a life you had. It depends on, whether you deal with your emotions or whether you put them on the shelf. It depends on all types of things. Everyone is different. But can you get through all of them? Yes. So for heart walls, if you don't know about heart walls, I definitely posted quite a few live videos a ways back. So if you go through my videos, you can find live videos of interviews where I've done with my friends on them removing their heart walls. And they actually did a heart wall removal with someone else. So very much like I was getting a different perspective from them as well. So with those, it takes anywhere between 2 and 6 sessions to remove all your heart walls. To remove trapped emotions, there's enough trapped emotions in an average person's body for one emotion for every day of the year. So it can take as much as a few sessions to remove those. I'm never going to only remove one at a time. I'm definitely going to try and do between 6 and 10 emotions in the session is normally the average, right? So it just depends on the individual person. It depends on how their body works, how everything works, how well the session goes, how much we talk or explain, or how much we actually remove, right? So everyone is unique and different in that aspect. But yes, you can remove all your energetic baggage. Here's the disclaimer though. Are you creating more? So you don't know what you don't know until you know it, right? So a lot of times I try and give people techniques to where they don't develop trapped emotions, so that they can deal emotions healthier, so that they don't make new heart walls, so that they can develop how to kind of deal with things easier. That is definitely something that I talk through somebody. But listen, if you lose your parent tomorrow, if you lose your spouse or your child or your dog, not everybody is going to handle that healthy. Whatever healthy is, like that is a huge life circumstance. The great news is you can always remove those things. You can always get back to your best you. You can always remove the imbalances. Great question, Gina. Thank you so much. All right. So, my friend Jessie on here says, what type of space do you need to be in for a session? Home, or can you be driving? So here's the thing with a session, it's best, especially for your first session, to be in a quiet, calm place. Why? Because you want to know what's going on. Here's the thing, if you're busy though, we can always do an email session. If you really want to know what's going on, I recommend a calm, quiet space. I give people an app to do on Zoom, and Zoom, I normally recommend that you put it on a computer screen so that it's big, so that you can see what's going on. When you're on a phone, it's really small and it's hard to see and it's not as easy to hear, so you don't feel as interactive. But if you want that definitely as though you're right here in my office with me, feel like you're feeling what is going on there, then I recommend a computer screen. But if it's just on video conference, that's great. If it's just over the phone, we can just do a phone call too. If you're like, I'm just not into video, that's totally fine too. We can have a phone call session, definitely. So there are ways to work around it. You could be driving at the time. It depends on what kind of session you want. How do you want it to feel? How do you want it to be? So that is all dependent upon you, but I can work around all parameters. I like to show people a little bit of things on how they can work through them. So if you have a space to kind of learn new things that I can show you, by all means. If you don't, not a big deal. Like, you can drive and I can just do the healing for you, right? Okay, so questions. Anybody who's been holding on to questions, please drop your questions below. Let me know like what you're thinking, what you're feeling, what you want to know about. Thank you so much for everybody being here. Here's another tidbit. Your very first session that you have with me is free. Why? Because I want to help everybody. Like, I want you to experience, not everyone has had energy healing. This might be a completely new thing to you, and you might be like, I don't know if I'm comfortable with this. I don't know what this entails. Here's the thing. If I hadn't got my very first session free, I probably wouldn't have done it, because I'm a very big budgeter. Like, I went to school for business and finance. I take finances very seriously. I very much believe that when I put money into something, I wanted to get something tangible back, and I didn't know doing this form of energy healing that I'd never experienced before. Like, what is the risk? Like, am I going to feel as though I lost on money? Am I going to feel like I was left out of something? Am I going to like walk away feeling lack? And I never want to create lack for anybody, especially if this is something new for you. By all means, try something new. Reach out to me. Your very first session, you get to experience what energy healing is. You get to see for yourself, is this something that I enjoy? Is this something that I want to work on? Am I ready to heal my emotional baggage? Am I ready to be the best me? Because not everybody is ready. And I have so many friends that will do emotional healing, and they'll be like, oh my God, my mother, brother, sister, daughter, dog, friend, neighbor, boss needs energy healing. And their person that they're thinking of is like, whoa, whatever you're into, I'm not down with this. Like, I don't want to do this. And I have to tell people very often, it's not in your time. It's in theirs, right? It has to be in their time. Everyone who is feeling like, hey, I very much need this, it has to be in your time. You have to be ready for it, right? So I never push anybody. I never say, oh my gosh, you have heart walls. Your heart walls are screaming at me. Oh my gosh, you have emotional baggage. Oh my gosh, I could completely fix you right now. Oh, I never force anybody into it. I only plant seeds so that you can make your own decision of if you are ready for this. This is a journey, like healing your stuff. Like, you have to be ready to heal your stuff. You can't just be like, you need to fix you. You have to want to fix you. Think about it as like, if you had a drinking problem, right? And you were like, man, I really want to work on my drinking problem for my family. I love drinking, but I want to work on my drinking problem for my family. And then you try and have a go at solving your drinking problem. And then it just doesn't work out. Why didn't it work out? Because you didn't do it for you. You have to do something like this for you. You have to want to heal your stuff because you want to. If you like the way you are, even if you're, I don't know, angry or bitter or very defensive, if that is who you like to be, I shouldn't want to fix you. Like, if you're happy with you, I fully believe in unconditional love too. You need to unconditionally love somebody the way they are. Why? Because you brought them into your life that way. But if they want to heal, if they're like, man, I don't want this stress, I don't want this anxiety, I don't want this depression, I don't want this emotional constipation, then I'm here. But by no means can you force friends and family into something like this. But if you want to do something like this, and if you want to do it with a friend, like, hey, I'm doing this, can you do like this too? Like, that's what I did with my friends. I'm like, hey, take this journey with me. Like, we didn't share sessions. We did our stuff separately because it can be emotional, like bringing up the big things that happened in your life and removing them energetically. They can be emotional. This is not little things by no means. These are the big things that we don't want to carry around anymore. You have a backpack for life and you put all these bricks in, they're really heavy. I'm just taking the bricks out, right? And sometimes that can be a lot. So doesn't seem like I have any questions. Thank you so much for being on here with me. I hope you really enjoyed it. If you have any questions, if you didn't want to put the questions here, by all means, reach out to me. If you think that you're ready to have your first free session of energetic healing and you're ready to go, send me a message. Like, friend me, send your friends. Like, by all means, I really want to help other people. I love you all so much. Thank you for being on here. All of my great friends are on here. So many of my clients. Oh, y'all are amazing. Thank you so much. Okay, have an amazing hump day. It's hump day. Oh my gosh, here's the other thing too. If you are a moon lover, by the way, I'm a moon child. That means I'm Cancer in astrology. That means I'm emotional. Of course. So here's the thing. The new moon was today. It is still going on for new moon. I know for full moon, like, you're like, that is crazy. New moon is new beginnings. So this is a great time to write down a list of the things that you want, like that you want in life, that you want to manifest. If you want to manifest new things, write down a list of things that you really want. Take some time, sit outside and just go, I really want this. I really want this, and just spend some time thinking about it, being grateful for it as if you already have it. This is a great time to start new things and bring them about. If you would like to join my Facebook page, Quantum Coding, that's the name of my company, Quantum Coding, we are having a manifestation challenge right now. This is The Magic. If you haven't watched The Secret on Netflix, it's an amazing show. I recommend that you watch it. That tells you about the power of your own mind and how you are already making the life that you want. If it's through negativity, you are only making more negativity. If it's through positivity and gratitude, you're making more positivity and gratitude. My dog's trying to bust into my door. Anyways, so The Magic, I'm doing a challenge. It's a day-by-day challenge towards gratitude. There are exercises. You don't even have to have the book. I provide all the chapters for you. Even if you join right now, there's still a part where you can start, and you can start on the day that you need to, because this is all about you and not all about the group. All about you and your manifestation of your amazing life. And if you want to heal your stuff, by all means, send me a message. Okay, y'all have a great day. Thank you. Mwah. Bye.